The Tall Blacks, which is the national basketball team, of course, will face more international competition after joining the Asian Basketball League. They'll now play games here and away against teams like China as part of the 2019 World Cup qualifier. And they'll also compete in the Asian Cup in Lebanon later this year. At a press conference in Coolangatta this afternoon, Tall Blacks coach Paul Henare told Matt Chatterton being part of the new league was a boost for the team with or without Stephen Adams.
I think just having the consistent exposure throughout the calendar year. We know our schedule over the next few years, so that's important in terms of planning and knowing what our commitments are over that time. And just being able to play consistently on our home floor. Be able to create a bit more of a home base and a fan base that people can really get in behind the Tall Blacks.
I guess we are so used to only seeing them once every sort of 2 years playing against Australia. There's so much more exposure now. What will you think, I guess, this do for young people looking at basketball in New Zealand when we've got, a country that's dominated by sports like rugby?
Yeah, I think it would just give more opportunities for young basketball fans and young sports fans to see some of their idols on the floor running around and hooping it up, and that can only be a good thing for our younger generation.
From your perspective, going over to the Asia Cup this year, it's quite a big tournament to be part of. How, I guess, what will your sort of lineup look like, I guess, for that?
In terms of lineup, I mean, it always depends on availability and health of our guys, but we'll definitely be looking to take our strongest team possible with who's available, because we really see that Asia Cup as a platform or a really good lead into this new qualification system starting in November, and so it's a perfect environment for us to, I guess, see the lay of the land and see some of our opposition and who we're going to be up against. Obviously, we know who we're playing, so we'll be able to scout them a little bit more and understand who they have in terms of talent, and the guys will be able to see that too, most importantly.
I guess playing China, a real powerhouse in the basketball world, and they are the host of the World Cup in 2019, must be a real treat to have come back to New Zealand.
Yeah, July 1st, 2018, it's going to be a real special time for New Zealand basketball and for Chinese basketball, especially the Chinese fans and public and people that we have in New Zealand. It's going to be a huge occasion, and something that I know the guys will really look forward to.
One name that always, when you talk about basketball New Zealand and you associate it with, is Stephen Adams. What is the likelihood of getting to see him play for New Zealand in the Black singlet anytime soon?
Well, I mean, there's always a chance, but we haven't been able to make it happen yet. But it's something that we're always working towards, and hopefully I'll get a chance to sit down with Steve and just let him see the schedule and the commitments that we have over the next few years and where he could possibly fit. And those are quite limited in terms of the times that he can play with the clashes with the NBA season. So hopefully it won't be too daunting in terms of the commitment he has to make. But it's something that we're always working towards for sure.
The Asia Cup does sort of appear as though there could be a gap there for him to play. Is that a possibility, you think?
I mean, there's a gap there, but again, some of his commitments in the NBA off-season have created an obstacle in terms of him playing at that time of year. So again, that won't be known until we get a chance to sit down and talk.
Paul Henare talking to our sports reporter Matt Chatterton about what is a pretty big announcement